Guy walks up to a hot dog vendor in New York. A yogi, let's say, walks up to a hot dog vendor in New York.
Okay.
They go, "What do you want?" And the yogi goes, "Make me one with everything."
Okay. All right.
He's had enough of that one.
Hey guys, welcome to Seriously Lighthearted Yoga. We are on flow day number 1. We got a short little flow for you guys today. Kai's going to instruct me on how to do it and subsequently instruct you guys on how to do it. Woo! And then he's going to show us how to do it right. So that's the way it's going to go. What's the flow that we're going to be doing today?
So Clifton, the flow we're going to be doing today is called Surya Namaskar. It's what's called a sun salutation in English, and something to think about before we get to the flow is kind of when you're doing a flow, we are working on our awareness. Anytime we come onto our mat, we are working on our awareness, and that is the important part of coming onto your mat. It's a chance to practice your discipline, a chance to practice that awareness so that you can have it at other times. In addition to that, if you think back to the other videos we've done, we talked about Yoga Sutras 1.1 and 1.2. So think about those again. The practice of yoga begins now. It's not what brought you to your mat. It's not what you're going to get from leaving the mat after having done your practice. And also think about that first exercise that we did on that very first video where I had you guys play with your mind and see what would happen if you didn't need anything. So try and bring both of those ideas to your yoga mat. And if you kind of are wondering about what that might look like, you can think of children playing games. Like if you ever watch children playing games, you'll notice they get very absorbed in what they're doing. They get very emotionally invested and very, very focused on the game. They're not thinking about lunch in like 2 hours. They're thinking about what they're playing right then with the other kids. And when you step onto your yoga mat, try and think about that. So the flow we're going to teach you again is a sun salutation. And a couple of points before we get to it is just, number 1, stay relaxed. Allow your body to just move as it will going through these. They don't have to be perfect and beautiful like you see all sorts of pictures on the internet for and like advertisements for yoga. Not what we're looking for. It's really just what you can bring to the mat today. And then also breathe with your mouth closed. That's the only thing I'm going to say for now. So without any further ado, we'll get to it.
Yeehaw, here we go. Whoa, how'd I get here?
I don't know, man. It was almost instantaneous, you might say.
Maybe.
All right, Clifton, let's do this flow. With an inhale, sweep your arms up, reaching them up toward the ceiling, stretching all the way through those fingertips. With an exhale, begin to fold forward, pinching from the hips, sweeping those arms out. Continuing the exhale, lower those hands down. Step your left leg back and drop that left knee. On an inhale, begin to look up. And exhale brings that right foot back, downward facing dog here. Holding this for just a breath, looking down at the mat. On an inhale, rolling forward into plank pose, lowering that back. And with an exhale here, lowering your knees, then your chest and your chin, raising your butt up into the air. On an inhale, sweeping forward into upward facing dog. And with an exhale, allowing yourself to press back, downward facing dog. From here, with your next inhale, bring your left foot forward in between your hands, dropping that right knee down this time, inhaling, looking up. And with an exhale, stepping your right foot forward, straightening your legs, forward fold here. On an inhale, sweeping your arms all the way up. And with an exhale, allowing your hands to come back down to your sides. Nice. High five, Clifton.
Success.
First flow for him ever.
Whoa, how'd I get back down on the ground?
I don't know, man. Magic. Anyways, that was a variation of sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. Clifton here showed you one side of that flow. So if you noticed, he moved his left leg backward and then forward again when he stepped forward from downward facing dog. To complete the flow, all you need to do is do it again on the other side, and that's one full flow. So that's one sun salutation that you'd be doing. And beyond that, to do it effectively, again, just remember to stay relaxed, keep your mouth closed.
Remember that yoga is what you bring to it. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. We'll have Kai show you it tomorrow. He's going to do it with a little bit more grace than I did. But that doesn't mean that his is necessarily better than mine. Mine worked perfect for me. His is going to work perfect for him. You just make sure it works for you, and that's really the key with any flow that you do.
And to wrap things up, essentially, to work this flow into your daily practice, you can begin even by something as simple as doing it for 10 minutes every morning when you wake up. It doesn't need to be complicated. If you have some time after work, you can try out a few sun salutations just to see what they're like. Again, it doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's just yoga.
So have some fun, guys. Thanks for joining us today. Hit that like button, subscribe. We will see you guys all tomorrow.